Are you always finding that as you perform weighted squats, you're always either hurting, tweaking, or uncommonly sore in areas that you're not even trying to work? Turns out you could be doing one of three faulty movement patterns that are affecting how you squat and causing damage, if not injury. What's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Matt Claggett. I am a Gonstead chiropractor where we not only work on helping people with their problems, we work on creating stability in the spine. And it turns out when you're doing things like weighted back squats, there's three common types of issues or faulty pattern movements that you could be performing that are leading to chronic injuries. First faulty pattern movement that you could be doing is you're not stacking your ribs over your pelvis. A lot of times when we're taught to stick our chest out, and that's going to help on work and to help somehow get the weight up. But it turns out when we take our spine out of that optimal position, it actually creates increased work and stress load because our structure is not balanced. So by stacking our ribs back over our pelvis, that creates structural stability. Number two is that we have too much of an anterior pelvic tilt. So the way I look at this is your pelvis is like a bucket of water. Now, a lot of times when we are first being taught how to do a squat, we're taught to stick our butt out, inherently tilting our pelvis forward. So if it was like a bucket of water, you'd be pouring that bucket forward. But unfortunately, what that does is it creates more of an impingement in the back because that lower back is going to be at a sharper angle. So when that happens and you start loading the weight, that begins to compress the very bottom joints where it's already having an impingement because of that sharpened angle. So a lot of times what I tell people and what I coach them on is to work on helping to tilt their pelvis backwards to creating a neutral position. And what that does, it aligns your lumbar spine in that lower back, getting that disc to be neutral so that when you have a compressive force, it is evenly distributed and you're not tilting too far back or too far forward, creating uneven wear and tear on that disc and the structures down there. Now, you don't want to go so far back where you create the butt wink phenomenon, which you can look up that to see exactly what that is. And number three is that you're not squeezing your shoulder blades together. So a lot of times when we're talking about, we work on helping to push our shoulders up and out, but it creates a bend in our mid back. So instead, what you can do is as you work on engaging that squat bar, pinching those shoulder blades together will actually create stability not only in the mid back, but it'll help stabilize your neck. Because obviously, you can have a lot more going on than just your proper lifting form. After trying these three different implementations, if you're still finding you're having a residual problem, you could have a misalignment in your spine that's causing this to be a chronic issue. So that's what we do as Gonstead chiropractors. We work on correcting those misalignments, putting them back where they need to go, and keeping them there so that things can work on healing in the proper place, create stability over time. That way that you're not experiencing not only chronic issues, but it's not slowing you down from your progress and your goals that you want to achieve.